All right. The chances of being involved in at least one car accident in your life are very likely. According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, the statistical chance of getting in at least one car accident is 80%. Some drivers believe that if they are going somewhere of short distances that they do not need to wear their seatbelt because they will get there quickly and the chances of getting in a car crash is very unlikely. According to the National Transportation Security Administration, statistics show most car accidents occur within the first 3 miles of leaving home or wherever the person starts their car. This is because drivers are most distracted within the first 3 miles of driving their car, and this is why. When drivers get inside their vehicles, they scan for the radio, to what to listen to, possibly texting people back, making calls, or get distracted by people or something else inside the car. According to Progressive Insurance, motor vehicle accidents are the leading cause of death among teens in the United States between the ages of 18 and 24 years old. According to the Governor's Highway Safety Association, statistics show the ages from 14 to 20 years old that 55% of those casualties were not wearing seatbelts. If everyone wore a seatbelt, around 13,000 lives can be saved each year. The way to start making people wear their seatbelts more often is to let people know the statistics of what wearing and what not wearing a seatbelt could happen if they do wear a seatbelt. For all the parents out there, your children are always watching you. Please set the standard and enforce strict rules on making wearing a seatbelt a priority. Research shows the primary enforcement seatbelt laws make a difference with drivers to buckle up. A primary enforcement seatbelt law means a police officer can pull a vehicle over and issue a ticket just because a driver or passenger was simply not wearing his or her seatbelt. According to the Environmental Health and Safety Department of Oklahoma State University, seatbelt use in 2010 was 89% in states with primary enforcement laws, but only show 80% of seatbelt use in states with no seatbelt laws. It is very clear that the primary seatbelt laws there have more drivers using seatbelts and less drivers being injured or even killed by wearing seatbelts. Some state laws only allow the driver in the front seat and the passenger to be buckled up, and the backseat passengers are considered optional for the seatbelt use. Younger teens and older drivers over 65 years old can be dangerous to others on the road because most accidents occur with them. There are over 33 million drivers that are on the road over the age of 65 today. Do you think that drivers should be on the road that are 65 years old? Slower moving vehicles are just as dangerous as faster moving vehicles. Now let's think about this for a moment. The force of the body's forward motion in the car is the same as the weight from the actual body, and multiplied by the speed of the vehicle is how much the impact is and how much it can impact your body when you collide with another vehicle. For example, if you collide with another moving vehicle at a speed of 40 miles an hour, your body is still moving 40 miles an hour during the impact while the vehicle eventually comes to a halt. This may result in your body getting ejected from the car and could possibly and most likely cause death. This can be prevented by just wearing your seatbelt because the safety features inside your vehicle, such as the airbags and seatbelts, are designed to keep you inside the car on impact and avoid causing serious injury. A downside that drivers argue about wearing a seatbelt is what if they cannot release the seatbelt from them if involved in a car accident. Drivers feel that they will be trapped and possibly die. If there is a car crash and someone gets pushed into a body of water and is submerged underwater, or a car catches on fire and the seatbelt won't unlock, they could be stuck in the car and die. An example of this is my friend from high school was in a car accident and he hit a tree driving home from school. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt and got ejected from the car, but he lived. The first responders and doctors says if it wasn't for a seatbelt, he would have died in the accident. These are very rare situations and almost never or very, very rarely happen. According to the National Organizations for Youth Safety, less than 2% of all crashes involve a car starting on fire or a car being fully immersed in a body of water. The chances of this happening are so unlikely, the chances of surviving a car accident is more likely to happen to the situation occurring. A seatbelt also takes some of the pressure off of the airbag, hitting you at very high speeds. The airbag will not be enough to save you from an extreme collision. The airbags are actually known for causing death or serious brain injury because they come out so fast. Also, even in a small car accident, without wearing a seatbelt, you can get seriously injured and cause internal damage to the heart, lungs, or organs by you smashing your chest against the steering wheel at a high rate of impact. It is very clear from stories we have heard and from statistics that wearing your seatbelt is not a matter of maybe or maybe not. It is a matter of life or death. At some point you will get in a car accident in your life, and the chances are going to need you to wear a seatbelt to survive from the impact. I have been in 2 car accidents in my life, and I've been lucky enough to have survived them both because of my seatbelt. In one accident, I was T-boned by a driver moving at 45 miles per hour. The second one, I was ran off the road during the brutal Northeast Ohio winters, flew off the guardrail, rolled my SUV several times, and was upside down when the vehicle finally stopped rolling. So please wear your seatbelt. The life you save could be yours or your loved ones. Wear your seatbelt.